What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review. I know I'm not in the usual landscape that you're used to, but the shooting team is out today, so I was like, I didn't want to push it off to another week. So we in the studio with this review. No squeaky chair, no theater background. I'm sorry. So the next two reviews are going to be like this. You're just going to have to deal with it, man. Spider-Man Across the Universe, man. It's back. The summer movie season is in full swing, all right? And to me, I know everybody's talking about superhero fatigue. We getting tired. But I feel like with how good Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was, and then to follow up with the Spider-Man Across the Universe, superhero content is in good hands. Now, I don't know how good The Flash is going to be. I don't know. It's still early. Who knows? But Spider-Man. Let me tell you something. Now, Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse was already a sleeper success. We focus on the Miles Morales Spider-Man here with cutting edge animation, and like it was something very different, something very fresh. Like as far as expectations goes, you know, nobody expected that Spider-Man to do crazy numbers like the cinematic Spider-Man movies. But what we didn't expect was the huge critical acclaim, how much people loved Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. It was a smash. He didn't even won an Oscar. So now it's like, yo, how do you top that? How you gonna top that? The critical acclaim, the love. Well, they topped it. The sequel is, in my opinion, superior than the first. I don't know. It's a compelling story. Miles is back at it again. You know, he's at a crossroads where, you know, he's still juggling school. He's still juggling like, yo, low-key, I want to tell my parents, you know, who I really am. But before that, Gwen Stacy, on a different dimension, the different Earth that she's on, she's trying to live up to her police father. She's trying to live up to him and like be respected out here and like, you know, not be hunted down by her own father because, you know, he doesn't know that she's, you know, Spider-Woman or whatever in that universe. And at the same time, she misses Miles. She's like, man. And what do you do when you miss somebody that exists in another dimension? What you gonna do? We have a hard enough time with long distance relationships. Yeah, she in New York, I'm in LA. I don't know if it's gonna work out. What if your boo was in another reality, in another dimension? What the hell you gonna do? Like, yeah, she don't even live on this earth. She's not even here. But she's there, but she's not here, but she's there. So those are the kind of dilemmas we're dealing with underneath the surface of this story. But of course, you know, you're gonna have the action, you're gonna have your supervillains in there. And this guy, the supervillain in this role, he has the ability, he's pretty much turned into like a human portal or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can reach inside his chest and your hand can come out in a supermarket and grab some ketchup off the thing. An interesting power visually to look at, but this is my one ding on the film. I wasn't that compelled with the Spot. That's what they call it. That was his name, the Spot. I wasn't that compelled with him because when they fought him, it was kind of all over the place. And I was just like, it was kind of hard to follow, but not really. But at the same time, I was just like, I want something more hands-on, more grounded in the sense of, not grounded in like a real fight, but just grounded in the sense of being able to follow how they can adequately fight somebody with these kind of powers. The animation is fantastic. It's all over the place. It's vibrant. It's colorful. If you can't handle a lot of visual busyness, this might not be the movie for you because it's a lot going on visually. Shoot, you can get a seizure watching this joint. But if you can handle that, if that's your flavor, you're going to have a good time with this. The character development is top notch. You care about Miles. You care about Gwen. You care about the family members. You care about the friends. And within that, you got so many different Spider-Men and women from different dimensions, different worlds. They all coming together, they working together. And then in that, conflict arises. It's like, yo, this is more compelling than the Spot. Even though the Spot has a legitimate beef, it's not legitimate enough, in my opinion. I think it was a great film. I think it was a great follow-up. I don't want to dig too deep into it. I'm not going to do a spoiler review. I'm not going to break everything down, but the action is dope. The storyline and character development is strong. The animation is top-notch. It's fresh. The only hang-up I have is just that villain, the Spot. And I know a lot of people are like, yo, this is the best Spider-Man movie ever. And I'm just like, okay, that's fair. I'll put it up there towards the top. But the thing with No Way Home had the Green Goblin in it firing on all cylinders. He was a great villain in No Way Home. And for me, man, y'all know this by now, I'm partial to a good superhero movie with a good villain. And I just feel like The Spot just wasn't it for me, even though something else arises that, you know, you get a new villain out of the deal, but he's the, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm at with it. But forget all that. Y'all want to know the smooth jazz review of Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse? Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I don't have the swivel. We back in the studio. I don't have the swivel. I'm giving Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse 4.5 saxophones out of 5. Go see it, man. It's really good. It's really good. There are no post-credit scenes. This is how good this Spider-Man is. They projected that it would do like maybe 70-something million, 80 million. Those projections, kept going up as the weekend progressed. It topped out at $120 million opening weekend. $120 million opening weekend. Way more than the first one made opening weekend. That just goes to show you how much people love the first one, couldn't wait for the second one, and the word of mouth on this second one is strong enough to propel it way past expectations. So do yourselves a favor, go see Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse, man. You know what I'm talking about, you feel me? And if you're in love with somebody from another dimension, it's gonna be tough. All right, y'all, that's my review of Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments section below. And how do you rank the Spider-Man movies? The animated and the live action included. Put them all together. Rank them for me. I want to see how you rank the Spider-Man movies. Me, my top 3, I'm going to just do any order right now because I haven't really thought this out. My favorite 3, Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse is now in that final 3. Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man No Way Home. I got to put those as the top 3 right now. But let me sit and marinate and reflect and process. I'll tell you what's last. Probably The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is probably last. Then Spider-Man 3. And then everything else I gotta piece together, you know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here.